Right guys, how's it going? It is Monday, the 27th of August 2018, and you're watching KopTalk.tv. So, I'm knackered, guys. I'm really tired. I haven't done anything today, if I'm completely honest with you. I've done a couple of vids for you, but they're not exactly earth-shattering. They're just like explaining how things went last week, and also to try and get a bit of opinion and feedback on the Liverpool game at the weekend. I'll be back on form tomorrow. It's a bank holiday Monday in the UK today, isn't it? So that's worked out pretty well, I think, to be honest, because most people just be doing what they want, won't be skiving and browsing YouTube when they're supposed to be working and that today, I guess. So yeah, I'll be back on. I'll put a full shift in tomorrow. I'm just tired. So Karius has left on loan while I was away looking after my son, and I seen some comments on the official LFC Facebook page. Now, I'm not really into the official side of things because I find it a bit patronising and gullible, and I think it's it feels like it's aimed at a younger audience. I think the official site is good for you would say interviews, wouldn't you? Exclusive interviews and official statements and things like that. But the other stuff, it doesn't really bother me, and it's certainly not a website that I visit unless I need to see what the fixtures are or something like that. It's just not. It does not for me. But I do see things appear sometimes, come up on my feed on Facebook, and there was one post that came up from the official Liverpool FC Facebook page, which was about Karius or goalkeepers or something. It's about Karius somewhere along the line. And I thought, I'll just have a look and see what the comments are, And I was looking, and you know what, guys? There was some fucking awful comments. Not like all the best Karius, hope it works out. There was plenty of them, but some of the ones that the highest comments were like just awful from our so-called supporters, who I'll say it, the majority of whom that seem to be saying them things were from places miles away. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not being racist or anything. You can't fucking say anything today, can you? I'm just saying what is a fact, and that a lot of these comments that were not very nice, should I say, to Karius were from so-called Liverpool supporters in countries, many, many miles away. That doesn't say that there is no idiots in the UK, or closer to home or anything, and it doesn't mean that people all around the world are shit supporters. It's just that there is a trend there, and maybe they have different levels of what's acceptable to say and what's not. Do you know what I mean? Different cultures are different and whatnot. But I'll fucking say it, so. But let's be honest here, that's Facebook. Now, I've seen on Twitter a lot of people that appear to be from the UK being just as fucking evil. So at the end of the day, I think we can just all accept the fact that social media usually brings out the absolute dregs of society, whether they're from the UK or from fucking Ukraine. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. It's a cesspit online, I think. Do you not think, guys? Back in the day when I started KopTalk 20 years ago, we didn't have any of that shit. We didn't have YouTube, Twitter, Facebook or anything. It was fucking miles better, honestly. And you had to pay to access the internet per minute, as well as a monthly subscription, which meant that you didn't get all these plebs of fucking society on there. Do you know what I mean, guys? Can you imagine how much of a nicer place it was? Yeah, exactly. It fucking was as well. Anyway, so Karius is away on loan. And a lot of people want to see him fail. Now, fortunately, there's a lot of people on there saying, hey, best of luck and all that. Now, look, he bombed in the Champions League final. It is my opinion that he cost us the Champions League final. You may want to defend him and say that he was concussed. I would turn around and say, well, I don't think that makes any difference. I've seen other goalkeepers whacked in the face and carry on before. And the main thing is that I haven't seen the way he behaved wasn't out of character for him. So, I've seen him make those kind of mistakes, for example, when he hasn't been concussed. It's all irrelevant, but the reason I'm saying all this is that I'm still not someone, I'm not one of these fans that's like, I hope we never see the back of him, I hope we see the back of him, I don't want to see him again and all that. To me, I hope he goes out on loan, proves himself and comes back and proves to be a decent keeper at some point. Obviously I want Alisson to succeed, and that's the way I want it to stay. Right, but if Karius is going to come back at some point, then let's hope he's a better goalkeeper. If he goes on and his deal becomes permanent, then let's hope he goes on and has a good career. I mean, why would you want to persecute some fucker? It's all done and dusted, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he's gone. And Simon Mignolet has been speaking to, I believe, a media organisation in his homeland. What's it called? I don't know if I can fucking pronounce it. It just says HLN, whatever that is, and it's a .be domain. So over there anyway. Now, so you could say when comments appear in overseas publications that we have to allow for translation mistakes and errors and things like that, because many a times these players will go away back to their homelands or whatever, or faraway places on international duty, for example, and they'll go, oh no, what I said was it's been lost in translation. And I think 9 times out of 10 they hide behind that bullshit. Luis Suarez used to do it all the time. I want to leave Liverpool, or you know what I mean. And then he'd come back and go, I didn't say that. Do you know what I mean? And you just fucking know that they do. So he said some things. In other words, what I'm trying to say to you is that these players, these foreign players foreign players, they often go away, go to their homeland, speak to the press or whatever in a more open manner than they do when they're in England, probably shadowed by a press officer from the club, for example. Anyway, you do have to allow for some kind of translation, and sometimes when something's translated, it can sound more abrupt than it is actually meant to sound, right? And I've learnt this from living in Spain for 10, 11 years, is that, an actual word-for-word translation, it can make, a statement translated from Spanish to English can sound offensive, but it's not meant to. It's just the way that it translates. So I often found that, yes, the players go away. I think that they're more outspoken when they're away. I think they come back often and go, no, that's not what I said and not what I meant. But we also at the same time have to give them a little bit of leeway and say, maybe that's just the way it was translated. All right, I've got to get all that in first, because this is to do with we're talking about words that have been translated. And what he's saying here is Mignolet is the transfer of Karius doesn't change anything for me. I have always been clear I want to play. Being number 2 or number 3 makes little difference. Playing minutes is the most important thing. Nobody has said anything to me after the departure of Lloris, so I don't know what my future at Liverpool is. We will see what happens this week. I find it bizarre that Karius was loaned while I also had options to be loaned, but for some reason that was not possible. Sounds sarcastic, doesn't it? That? Yeah? A goalkeeper who was preferred to me last year may leave on a loan basis. Strange. Now, in fairness, what he's saying there is fucking right. Yeah, you can understand that. It's like, well, it is a little bit strange, but at the end of the day, you'll do as you're fucking told, Simon, right? Simon, whatever you fucking say, right? Whatever you're called. Simon fucking Klopp says you do as you're fucking told, doesn't he? What do you think, guys? I mean, yeah, we can't. If the manager says you're not going, you're not fucking going. And how many times have players dictated to us and to our club, right, what they're fucking doing? So, yeah, it might sound strange, right? But if the club have found a fucking decent, get rid of Karius, because let's face it, he's going to be a bag of shit at the minute. He's going to be a bag of nerves. So everything he does is going to be criticised, examined, or whatever. And the number 2 at the club, that's new, that. I don't know why I came out with that. The number 2 is obviously going to be involved in the cup competitions as well. And I don't know about you, but I don't want Karius in goal, even in the fucking League Cup. Do you know what I'm saying? As he is. Now, if he goes on and does well, fine. Personally, I'd like him to do well, guys, and come back and be a decent backup or whatever, because he's our keeper. But there is a part of me that says, let's just hope he gets his move and cracks on with his career. But I don't think you have to be nasty about it. Do you? Good fucking riddance, but, I don't think you need to be mean about it. And as for Mignolet, he'll do as he's fucking told. So yeah, he might be frustrated, but there's been opportunities when he had to leave the club, when he could have left the club, which I believe was January. Was it this January or the year before, guys? I don't know. Time goes so fast. And there was one January when he had an opportunity to go, but he didn't want to take a big cut on his wages, which is fair enough to do. But the point is, when it suited him, he stayed and was happy to be at the club under the circumstances that he wasn't happy with, because it benefited him, it suited him. So if he isn't allowed to leave, right, then that benefits us, doesn't it? Or the club. The clubs, they pay him a lot of money. It benefits them. So it works both fucking ways, doesn't it? Now the thing is, was he being smart when he was saying them things, or was it translated in a manner, was he misquoted, or whatever in another country? So, fuck knows, who cares? Do as he's told, won't he, guys? Personally, I can't wait to get shot at Mignolet'S. There you go. And I got nothing against him. I just think that both goalkeepers had their chances at Liverpool, and both keepers were not good enough. It makes no difference if they're nice people or not. Do you know what I mean? So, for me, I would imagine that the manager's thinking, no, Simon, Simon, I want you, to not get in the way of this. We're not going to deliberately block your exit, but it's about economics, and that deal worked for us, so we're doing it. And until we're satisfied that we're happy with what we have in reserve, then you're going nowhere, mate. So you can fucking kick off and spit your dummy out as much as you want. You'll do as you're fucking told. I don't know. I just had to say it, guys. Just had to say it. So let me know what you think. What do you think about Alisson? I hear he was a bit squeaky bum. Someone said in the comments there. I keep hearing about this situation in the game at the weekend, but I haven't seen it. Where's the comment? Someone said it. I don't know where it is. There was a comment on an earlier video, I think. Here we go. From Mustafizur Rahman. He says, Alisson, in your words, Dunk, gave the crowd a couple of squeaky bum moments with his feet, including a savage skill over a Brighton player's head, showing him zero respect. And he's put a laughing face. But it is a matter of time until he fucks up one time. So I need to see these. I really do. I look forward to that. So, yeah, that's it. I'm so tired, guys. Honestly, I'm really, really tired. So I wanted to talk about Mignolet'S. Karius is obviously gone, and I think was the best thing for Karius, because, like I say, I don't think he's got an opportunity to ever redeem himself at Liverpool. I honestly don't. And even if he went away for 2 years and came back, people may never ever allow him that opportunity. So I think a move was needed for him. But let's just hope he does all right, So he's gone. I wanted to talk to you about the takeover, the failed takeover thing, which came out while I was away, and I was furious, because I was like, I really want to talk about this. I really want to talk about this to these guys, and to you. And it was like such a big subject, because some days, I'm like, well, what can we talk about today? And I was like, holy shit, that'd be brilliant to talk about, and it just didn't allow. So I want to talk about that. There's a few other things, So anyway, I'll stop waffling on. It's 4:20 here, and I'm not going to do any more videos today, or any podcasts or anything like that. I'm not going to put any news articles on KopTalk or anything. I have some stuff that I've got to do behind the scenes with some emails and stuff like that, which I'll do. Which will take me another hour, I reckon, and I'm going to knock off, but I'll be back tomorrow, right? So I'm setting my alarm. I never set my alarm. I usually just come down here when I want to make content for you, but I'm going to set my alarm, and I'm going to try my very best to entertain you all, because I missed you last week. I missed you, and I don't know, to you guys, the majority of you guys, I think you watch my videos because you enjoy them, and that, you know what I mean? We have a good laugh, don't we? So I do. You'll think I'm nuts. How do you miss thousands of people that you don't know? But it's just like a feeling at them that you're there. And when I've gone through problems in my life, bereavement, or people being ill, like Rob last week, just them little messages from people that you don't know, really do make a difference. And we talk about you never walk alone, and when my mum died, I remember one of you guys saying it's not just a slogan, it's a way of life. And I'll never forget that comment. Never in my life will I forget that comment, and it's true. And we do walk together. And what you've got to understand, guys, is that this also applies from me to you. Now, every week I receive messages, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, private messages, the occasional email, because people tend to contact me more through the social media things. People that are having a hard time every week. Young lads mainly, older lads, but lads. And as you know, suicide is a big thing for young men, and I'm always conscious of that when someone messages me, because you always wonder, are you the only person that they've reached out to? And I get a lot of people messaging me like, say, I watch your videos, and when times are difficult, you make me laugh, or I like your stuff, and I turn to you, sort of thing. And they actually open up, and some people have told me some things that, where they've been abused and things like that, and it's a lot to put on someone. But what I'm trying to say here is that you often give me support, and it works in that direction as well. So if you're ever feeling really shit, you know what I mean, you're more than welcome to drop me a message, and I'll always try and put a smile on your face. Not that that'll work. Like, in other words, if you're about to throw yourself off a building, don't fucking do it, 'cause it's not worth doing it, alright? But don't trouble me with some, boring shit, you know what I mean? Like, my girlfriend's blowing me out or something. I do get them as well. But what's fucking, just get yourself out there and get another girlfriend, you'll be alright, You know what I mean? But the point I'm trying to say is it's family, and the first day back on here is always a bit strange, isn't it? So let me know what you think about Karius. I think you're probably in the same position as me. I think most sensible people would be in that position, would be, good luck to that lad. Let's hope it works out. A permanent deal away is probably best for him. And that if he'd stayed as the number 2, he would have probably come under the scrutiny too much when the games he did play. And that's what I think most people will say. Let me know what you think about Mignolet'S comments. And am I right in saying that, he had an opportunity to leave when it suited the club, but he didn't go because it suited him to stay. So now it's the other way around. So it works both ways, doesn't it, guys? Yeah, that's what I think. All right, so I'll be back tomorrow. All right, unless I die in my sleep or something. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully not. Hopefully I won't have that triple heart attack. I'm still losing weight, guys. I've lost over 3 stone now since May. In my earliest videos back on here, I was 6 stone heavier than I am now. Fucking true story. You don't see many skinny kings, guys. You know what I'm saying? You don't see many skinny kings. Right, I'm off. I'm gonna go and finish my little bit of admin work, and I'll be back tomorrow. Have you seen how many times I keep saying I'm going? I feel like I'm talking to you. I don't want to go, man. I get a bit lonely when you guys have gone. All right, definitely. I'm going. See you tomorrow.